My phone rang at 6:17 a.m. I almost ignored it. At my age, phone calls that early are never good news, but when I saw my son's name on the screen, I answered. "Mom," he said casually, like he was ordering coffee. "I'm getting married tomorrow." I smiled faintly. "That's sudden." "Oh, and one more thing," he added. "I withdrew all the money from your accounts and I sold the house." Then he hung up. I sat there in silence for a full minute, and then I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because he had no idea what he had just done. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Martha James. I'm 64 years old. For 40 years, I built my life slowly, carefully, honestly. I lived in a quiet neighborhood outside Asheville, North Carolina. A small brick home, 2 bedrooms, a garden I planted myself. I worked part-time at a community archive after retiring from administrative law work. My life was peaceful, simple, predictable, and my son, Caleb, was my only child. Caleb was 35, charming, intelligent, ambitious, too ambitious. His father died when Caleb was 13. I raised him alone, no vacations, no luxuries, no second chances. Everything I did for him, which is why I ignored the first warning sign. 3 months earlier, Caleb called me. "Mum, I need to help you organize your finances," he said gently. "You're not getting younger. What if something happens?" I hesitated. "I managed just fine." "I know," he said quickly, "but just in case, emergency access." He sounded responsible, loving, so I trusted him. That was my mistake. 6 weeks later, he visited with his girlfriend Sloane. She was 27, beautiful, sharp, the kind of beauty that watches instead of smiles. Her eyes moved through my house like an appraisal report. "This place must be worth a lot now," she said casually. "Property prices have exploded around here." "It's my home," I replied. "I'm not selling." She smiled thinly. "Of course." But Caleb didn't meet my eyes. Every Sunday I checked my accounts, coffee in hand, sunlight through the window. That morning, my heart stopped. My savings, $142,000, gone. My checking account, $61.23. I called the bank. The representative paused. "Mrs. James, these transfers were authorized through your online portal. Transferred to Caleb James, my son." I didn't cry, I couldn't. The next morning, my phone rang again. "Caleb." "Mom, big day tomorrow. We're getting married at Blue Ridge Manor." My voice shook. "Caleb, my money—" "Oh, that," he laughed. "I needed it. You'll be fine. Social Security covers your basics." My stomach dropped. "And the house," he continued. "I sold it, closed yesterday." I couldn't breathe. "You— what?" "I had power of attorney. You signed it last year when you were sick." Then, cheerfully, "You've got 30 days to move out." I sat at my kitchen table. Then I started laughing because Caleb sold the wrong house. The property he sold was a rental duplex I owned on paper only, occupied, under lease, protected. My real home? Held in a family trust established before Caleb was born. He didn't know it existed, and now he had committed felony fraud. Before retiring, I worked for 18 years in contract compliance. I understood fraud, documentation, forgery, and I kept records, perfect records. Before retiring, I worked for 18 years in contract compliance. I could protect him, or I could protect myself. I chose myself, and yes. I went to his wedding. I smiled. I clapped. I watched my son marry a woman wearing a dress bought with my stolen money, and I said nothing, yet. 3 days later, they came to my door, angry, threatening. Sloane leaned in close. "You're old," she said quietly. "No one will believe you." That was the moment, the exact moment. I decided there would be no mercy. The bank froze accounts. The title company discovered forged notarization. The buyers sued. Police reports were filed. Caleb panicked. He begged. He blamed Sloane. Then he threatened me. He thought the jury would side with him. They didn't. Fraud, theft, forgery, guilty on all counts. At sentencing, the judge looked at him and said, "You didn't just steal money, you stole trust, and trust is not recoverable." 7 years, restitution, assets seized. I didn't crumble, I grew. I now help seniors protect themselves from financial abuse. I travel, I laugh, I sleep peacefully. And my son, he writes letters, I don't reply. Some lessons are learned too late. If someone betrays you, even if they share your blood, protecting yourself is not cruelty, it's survival.